Shout out to user Graham Cracker for pointing out a glaring error in this video. I've now made the fix, see if you can spot the error. This video will provide your team with a rundown of the biggest differences between the VEX Override and RECF Pinnacle games. In case you haven't heard, VEX and RECF have split, so there are now two variations of the new VEX V5 games this season. VEX V5 Override and RECF Achieve Pinnacle. G'day, my name is Mr. Code, and I've been coaching students to local, national, and international robotics competitions since 2017. Now, I spent a lot of time making robotics videos just like these, so if you find this useful or helpful, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. It is your support that lets me continue to make STEM videos, so I thank you in advance. Both Override and Pinnacle require the use of the VEX V5 electronics platform, and both use the same game elements. But the games are played differently, so that's what I'm going to cover today. Firstly, let's take a look at the robot differences. In Override, the robot must be built with the VEX V5 hardware, but in Pinnacle, the robot can use VEX V5, Andy Mark, and Tetrix hardware. The starting robot size for both games is 18 by 18 by 18 inches, and both games allow a horizontal expansion of up to 24 by 24 inches after the game starts. In Override, the robot may expand vertically up to 50 inches during the match, and in Pinnacle, there is no stated limit for vertical expansion. In Override, the motor power limit is 88 watts, with a 55 watt maximum for the drivetrain, while in Pinnacle, the motor limit is 99 watts, with no special limits to the number of motors in the drivetrain. For custom parts, Override has a tight restriction on non-VEX parts, while in Pinnacle there is more allowance for additional plastic or 3D printing. In summary, the key difference between the two robot specifications is that Override has more restrictions on materials and motor power allocation, while Pinnacle has less restrictions on materials and allows for extra motors to be used however you like. Now for the field setup for teamwork and alliance matches. Here are the match field setups side by side. Override has the field divided diagonally into 2 red and 2 blue quadrants with a midfield in the center, while Pinnacle has the field divided lengthwise into thirds with red and blue goals toward each team and neutral goals in the center. Notice that the goal positions are also differently placed between the two games, so you can't use the same field arrangement if you plan on practicing for both competitions. For the robot starting positions, Override requires your robot start in a quadrant in contact with a wall, while in Pinnacle, the robots start on the field corners in contact with the loaders. Both games manipulate various colored pins, cups, goals, and rollers for scoring. Robots score stacks by arranging pins and cups together and placing them on top of a goal. The Override game allows possession of 1 cup and 1 pin at a time, while in Pinnacle, the robot can hold 1 cup, 1 pin, and 1 stack at a time. This kind of reminds me of high stakes, when robots drive around holding a tower of scoring elements. Let's have a look at the scoring chart. At the start of an Override match is a 15-second autonomous period, where alliances try to score points without driver interaction. Winning this gives a 12-point autonomous bonus. Making stacks containing red or blue half-colored pins gives 5 points to the matching alliance, and yellow half-colored pins have 0 points unless a matching toggle of the quadrant is activated, at which point the quadrant is owned by that alliance, and yellow half pins score 10 points each. At the end of the game, robots can also park in the middle of the field for an 8-point bonus. Similarly, for Pinnacle, there is also a 15-second autonomous period at the start of the match, but no bonus points are added for winning, only ranking points that affect overall progression. The goals are separated into red goals, blue goals, neutral goals, and the central goal. Blue and red half pins score 5 points, while owned yellow half pins also score 5 points. Cups on colored goals score 1 point to the corresponding alliance. You can also only score on your alliance-colored goals or neutral goals. Half pins scored on the central goal give 10 points to the corresponding alliance, while yellow and cup points go to whoever has the most pins in the central goal. Pinnacle also has a parking endgame, where robots gain 21 points for touching their own loading station. In summary, the Override game places more emphasis on the contest to switch toggles to match your own alliance color, while in Pinnacle, the different scoring features of each goal mean that some goals are safer to score in than in others. Before we go through solo and skills differences, I want to talk about my latest website, codingdrills.au. Coding Drills teaches students how to code Python not by watching videos, but by actually coding. Every day, students can log in, do free warm-up coding questions, and tackle challenges to earn points and rankings on a global leaderboard, all while using the same coding format as major global coding competitions and Olympiads. And for teachers, codingdrills.au provides powerful classroom management tools, progress tracking, and detailed analytics to support every learner. Register your school on Coding Drills for 10 free student slots. Now, back to the video. Both games have a game mode where you play with just one robot. In Override, it is called Skills, while in Pinnacle, it is called Solo. And there are driving and autonomous variations to this game. Here are the starting setups for Skills or Solo matches side by side. In both games, the teams start the game as the Red Alliance. In Override, the robot starts against the wall, while in Pinnacle, the robot starts in contact with the left loader. In Override, red and blue half pins can only score in the matching colored quadrant or midfield, and you can receive scores for both colors. Yellow pins in quadrants only score if they are switched to red through using toggles, while yellow pins in the midfield score if the robot is parked. For Pinnacle, red and blue pins score on the matching color or neutral goals. Yellow pins must be toggled to match the goal's color in order to be scored, and there is no specific mention of a parking bonus in the manual. But let me know in the comments if you know that parking bonuses are applied in Solo. Again, you receive scores for both Alliance colors. And that is my summary of all the major game differences. It is very likely that there will be rule amendments in the future or new additions to the rules as the season progresses. So be sure to check the official rules periodically. So is your team doing Override or Pinnacle? Make sure you share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.